everyone. Hi everyone. I'm going to show you a prototype soon, which looks like this overall. Um, that we have developed for the firm Rural Odyssey. Rural Odyssey is a firm which is into sustainable tourism in rural India, and they take people to villages where the villagers' homes have been converted into homestays, and we are planning to develop a service where we can cater to the elderly. The need here arose from the fact that a lot of elders in old age homes, they either don't have the capability to go physically, or there's too much effort that goes into taking them for a trip, or that they don't have company. So we wanted to arrange trips for such old age people, and I'll just describe the service now, step by step. So this is the first step where a rural Odyssey representative can go to old age homes or to second innings clubs. These second innings clubs are mostly these clubs where a lot of old people come together. They play cards and other games. They interact with one another. In the next step, the Rural Odyssey representative has reached the old age home where they first give a presentation to the management and explain about the offering. And then, if they show a positive sign, they understand general information about the needs of each individual who's a member, though this will be covered at a greater stage later with the members themselves. This is a general information sharing session, so just to get an idea. Medical requirements, routine, understanding basic routine, how most people are during the day. Then this is followed, if the interest shown by the management is positive, then the Rural Odyssey representative takes a group session with the members, where again the offering is explained. Here it's mainly about what kind of places in India we are going to and the kind of experiences we offer. This could range from hilly area experience to plains to beaches, and what kind of experiences are being offered. And given that this is a group session, we did not want to ask here itself whether they want to sign up for this or not, because we were aware that a lot of old people may have some concerns that they are apprehensive about raising in a group session. So we decided to conduct informal sessions where, as you can see, the rural DC representative would be talking to each one of them individually. This is held in an informal place like a garden. Excuse the drawing. So this is mainly to, answer the concerns that a person might have had and which they were not very comfortable with raising in a group scenario. So here with tea and biscuits, the session is held where a general conversation is started around what was thought about the session, and then a general understanding of whether they've taken trips before, what was the experience in these trips, and how was the experience. After an informal rapport building session and answering any queries, we understand whether people would like to join, or even if they are not very sure right now, or definitely not. So, for the people who are still on a yes or a maybe, we've taken down basic details like name, contact number, and an emergency number, and next of kin. Basic details. At this stage, we were not sure whether we would take medical history, food requirement, and allergies at this stage itself, or later. Given that the session's been quite long and people may be tired by then. So this was a question mark which will get cleared after feedback. Another thing we realized was that it may be required to call families of people who are staying at old age homes, um, since they would need to be informed and probably their permissions taken as well. So the management would do that on our behalf, though we would be obviously sitting there as well, and then we take their leave for the day. Now, the only difference between the old age home and the second innings club here is that this step gets eliminated, where the management obviously doesn't need to be shown anything directly. The club members would be sitting here um, for the group session and then the informal session. Thereon, it's the same. Thereafter, it's the same. This is followed by, we were here, so this is followed by a 2 day later we come back, and we are taking at this stage another understanding of the general interest, even by people who were not interested before. Again, a group session where we realized the need for a mobile app training or a USSD training for those who were interested in registering for this service. The reason being that while a lot of people, even elderly people, have smartphones these days, their usage and their ability to use a mobile app might be restricted. So, for that purpose, we are conducting a training. And in case people don't have smartphones and it's the basic phone that they're using, then this entire thing that I'm going to be showing you about a mobile app will be replaced by USSD technology, where we would ask them for an input, and by pressing the input, the the data would get received by a center, and then the mechanism, however, would remain similar. Here, we would give them assistance in understanding not only screen by screen how the app would work, but also what the different symbols on the screens mean. Uh, so, this is going to be followed by assistance in registering on mobile with medical details. One thing, as will come up later, would be that medical details and food details, especially, become very important in this scenario for an elderly person. Hence, we are taking an understanding of the medical history, the food requirements, and even allergies that they might have, and storing it in our system. Since that will need to be there in our app, and we want that at the back end, so we are collecting this information now and assisting them in putting these details in their mobile devices there itself. And after this stage, we come to a qualitative discussion, which is a personal chat, individual session, probably in their room. This step was considered necessary to really understand what they are seeking. This was done with two ideas in mind. One, the trips that we arrange for these people can then be targeted basis their need. So, if they want a certain type of experience, we can understand that. Another really important part here is for old people, it's really important to be in familiar surroundings. Mostly, they don't like change, is at least what our experience tells us. So, we want to understand their routine, we want to understand what they enjoy doing, what they want to see, what places they really wanted to visit but could never visit, the people they would like to meet, and the experiences they are seeking. So, this after collecting this information, we thank them, go back, and this is now the mobile side, application side of it, which I'll have to put in another recording. It looks like that.